Bermuda Triangle.
Mayday. Going down.
Known as the Devil's Triangle, this legendary patch of ocean is located off the southeastern coast of the United States in the Atlantic Ocean, between the points of Bermuda, Florida and Puerto Rico. It covers roughly 500,000 square miles. It is a region where a number of aircraft and ships are said to have disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Pilots often tell of their instruments going haywire, and sometimes strange glowing clouds are formed right in front of them, with explanations ranging from gas bubbles and electrical discharges to aliens. No one is sure what is behind the strange phenomena. The Loch Ness monster, or Nessie, is a quantic creature said to live in Loch Ness in the Highlands of Scotland. It is often described as being large in size, with a long neck and one or more humps protruding from the water. A local monk was the first person who claimed to have seen Nessie in the 7th century. There have been many sightings over the years, and photos and videos of actual footage have been checked, confirming it could be some kind of sea serpent or a descendant of the dinosaurs. Even up to today, as some are claiming, it still exists and swims under the water. Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, is supposedly ape-like creature anywhere between 7 to 9 feet tall and completely covered in black or reddish hair that is said to inhabit forests, mainly in the Pacific Northwest. In American folklore, Bigfoot is usually described as a large, hairy, muscular, bipedal humanoid. They are omnivores and usually solitary. On occasion, they leave behind enormous footprints. Literally hundreds of eyewitness reports were collected and published in many popular books written by investigators. One of the most dramatic reports described a terrifying nocturnal attack by ape men upon miners in a remote cabin near Mount St. Helens back in 1924. Stonehenge, quite possibly the most famous archaeological site in the world. It's a megalithic monument of 150 enormous upright stones set in a purposeful circular pattern, located on the Salisbury Plain of southern England. Archaeologists believe it was constructed from 3000 BC to 2000 BC. The biggest of Stonehenge's stones are up to 23 feet tall and weigh 25 tons on average. Many modern historians and archaeologists now agree that several distinct tribes of people contributed to Stonehenge, each undertaking a different phase of its construction. Bones, tools, and other artifacts found on the site seem to support this hypothesis. While modern scholars seem to agree that Stonehenge was once a burial ground, they have yet to determine what other purposes it served and how a civilization without modern technology or even a wheel produced that mighty monument. The Shroud of Turin is a centuries-old linen cloth that bears the image of a crucified man, a man that millions believe to be Jesus of Nazareth. Is it really the cloth that wrapped his crucified body? Or is it simply a medieval forgery, a hoax done by some clever artist? Modern science has completed hundreds of thousands of hours of detailed study and intense research on the shroud. It is in fact the single most studied artifact in human history, and we know more about it today than we ever have before, and yet the controversy still rages. The lost city of Atlantis. Atlantis is a mythical island mentioned in the Plato's work Timaeus and Critias. According to Plato, Atlantis was a great Ethiopian island and it was located on the other side of the Gibraltar, in the Atlantic Ocean. It was developed, rich and fertile land. It was ruled by Atlant, the giant, with the help of 10 emperors. After unsuccessful attempt to conquer Athens, Atlantis sank into the ocean in a day and night due to a natural disaster. The Nazca Lines are a series of ancient geoglyphs in the Nazca Desert in southern Peru. Scholars believe the Nazca Lines were created by the Nazca culture between 500 BC and 500 AD. The figures vary in complexity. Hundreds are simple lines and geometric shapes. Some are zoomorphic designs of animals, such as birds, fish, llamas, jaguars, monkeys, or human figures. Other designs include phytomorphic shapes such as trees and flowers. No one has final proof of who built them and what their function was. Since their discovery, they have inspired fantastic explanations, as from ancient gods, a landing strip for returning aliens, a celestial calendar created by the ancient Nazca civilization, or a map of underground water supplies. Moai statues. Moai are huge stone sculptures of human figures on Easter Island, and it's sort of the island trademark. The big question is who, where, how and why they carved and put those stone giants in an isolated little island in the Pacific. Today it is accepted that there is more than 1,000 Moai, and their age is estimated between 400 and 1,000 years. All the statues are made from reddish-brown volcanic material. Moai look very similar, but have different dimensions. The average height of these stones reaches 5 meters, or around 15 feet, while the weight of some of them is around 100 tons. In May 2012, archaeologists discovered that large stone heads have bodies that are below land few meters. They dug up 2 Moai that have bodies under the earth, and the one they found has strange characters that have not yet been decoded. The Moai sculptures amaze and confuse tourists, archaeologists, ethnologists and historians. Many questions arise, but there are no answers. Wow signal. The so-called wow signal was recorded by astronomer Jerry Ehman, and since then has intrigued scientists. While studying data received by radio telescope at the University of Ohio, Ehman encountered a unique, unusually strong radio signal that continuously lasted 72 seconds. Ehman rounded unusual signal and next to it wrote the word "wow". Since then, it is one of the most known space signals ever received. Nothing like that ever came from the universe, and its origin is still unknown. Signal came from the area near the star cluster M55 in the constellation Sagittarius. Since then, scientists are trying to determine what is it about, while many people told that because of the power and signal clarity, it is possible that alien intelligent species were intentionally sent it to the Earth. Area 51 is a nickname for a military base located in the southern part of western Nevada in the United States, around 130 kilometers from Las Vegas. The main purpose of the base is development and testing of experimental aircraft and military weapons. The area is a part of the NILS military operations, and the airspace around the base is a restricted flying zone, while visitors and tourists are told to remove the area by armed soldiers. Photographing and recording is of course strictly forbidden. Great secrecy around this base, whose existence was long denied by the US government until 2013, has led to forming many theories about experimenting with alien unidentified flying objects hidden in the base, as well as experimenting on alien beings.